Good morning. It is, let's see here, 7:12 a.m. Um, and I thought I would just take you along with me for a work day in my life. Working on the road isn't always the easiest thing to do in terms of finding work and being able to do that work. So I thought I would just kind of show you into a snapshot of what my work looks like as of right now. And a little bit later in the video, I will also talk a little bit about how to find work on the road and all the different kinds of work you can do um, as a digital nomad. I've got some freelance work to do this morning. I need to send an invoice and I need to get an email design done to get it for review so we can get it done and wrapped tomorrow. But yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna get my day started. All right, so I've been working about an hour now. I'm gonna take a break to walk Mercy, and have a little breakfast. All right, so I have finished my freelance for the most part today. I'm still waiting on feedback for one project and some clarification on another project. So I'm just kind of holding on those for now. I've got some more work to do in the afternoon, but before I do that, I'm gonna head out and head to the bank to deposit a check and get some quarters for laundry. And I think I'll pick up some lunch while I'm out as well. Wow. So I've had lunch now, and while I was out, I got feedback on one of my projects, so I'm gonna keep working on that for a little bit as well. It is now, I think, 12-ish? 12:02. So we'll probably do this for maybe a couple hours, and then I'll move on to other projects that I'm working on. Okay, so I figured I would take a break from work just to talk a little bit about how to find work on the road, whether you're someone who does RV life or van life or is just a digital nomad that likes to travel full time. Honestly, there's a lot of different options, and I think there's really something for everyone depending on what you do professionally and kind of your travel style, that kind of thing. So I have written a blog post about it. I'll link it in the description if you want to learn a little bit more. This will be just kind of like the quick hits of what you can do. First up, we've got freelancing, which is what I am doing right now. Freelancing, I think, can be a little hard to get up and going. It really, I think, getting new clients really depends on having a network and having your clients refer you to other clients and that kind of thing. So that might be something you want to keep working on the side to build up the clients you have, because you might not be making that much in the beginning, because probably the biggest hurdle of freelancing is finding clients. And so there are platforms out there that kind of help you find clients, like Upwork, Fiverr, that kind of thing. Something like Upwork does take a portion of your earnings as a fee for using the platform. It starts at 20% and then it decreases depending on how much you've earned with that particular client. So it's not ideal, but it's also a good way to get you started and help build up your client network and get work. So that's a good option. Another way to earn money on the road, I think, is just remote work in general. Like, you can work a full-time job on the road remotely, and the pandemic has done a really good job of really making this normalized. There are a lot more opportunities to work remotely now these days, which is really great for people who live and work on the road. So some jobs this works better for than others. As a graphic designer, I think definitely lends itself really well to work remote. The last full-time job I had, I actually found while I was living in my RV, and it was a fully remote job, and they were totally okay with me living and working on the road, which is really cool. So there are jobs like that out there depending on what you do, but some ways to find this are, like, think about how you normally search for a job, and that's probably your best bet. I found mine on Indeed. You can narrow down your search just to remote only jobs, which is really nice. There are job searching sites that you can find that are specifically for remote work. So Flex Jobs, We Work Remotely, Working Nomads, those kinds of sites as well. Next one is content creation. So starting a blog or YouTube, or creating content online just generally. There are a lot of people that do this, and I think it is a great option, especially if you like to write or make videos or create content, that kind of thing. But the downside is those can take time to really get off the ground and earn you money. So there's a lot of work that you have to put in up front before you really start to see any kind of profit off of it. And honestly, you might never get paid for it. That's just kind of a real life possibility. So it can be a lot of hard work, a lot of hours put in, but if you can make it happen, that's an income stream to consider. And then the last one that I'm going to be talking about today is work camping. So generally this involves working in a campground or RV park, and you generally have your spot paid for, and some positions you also get paid for the hours you work, some you don't. There's a lot of variety out there. There's a lot of different locations, but it's really great for people who like to work in person, who like to meet different people, and who like to stay put in one place for a couple months at a time. But yeah, that's kind of the last of it. I'll also include the blog post to working on the road, and a couple other resources that I have posted on my blog, things like how to stay connected and get internet service on the road so you can work, that kind of thing. So there'll be some more resources in the description, along with links to sites I mentioned here. So alright, so it is now 3:45, 3:54, yes. And I wrapped up my freelance for today. I had more than I actually expected. Something came up this afternoon that they need tomorrow, so that's good. Freelance is my main source of income, so I will not complain about more hours. So it's a Monday today, and the beginning of the week is usually my busier days when it comes to freelance. But yeah, since I'm done with that, I think I'm gonna start wrapping up work for today. I wanted to get some more work done
on a blog post that I'm going to upload tomorrow, but it is what it is. I will have more time to work on it tomorrow. I think for today I'm just going to do some research and outline it, and then write it, edit it, upload it tomorrow. So I ended up pretty much writing the blog today, so I did more than I expected. I kind of pushed myself to finish it, or at least get the first draft written, because I expect to have a lot of work to do tomorrow as well. So I just feel like in general this week is pretty busy, so I'm trying to get ahead on work. I am traveling on Friday, so I don't think I'll really be able to get any work done that day, so I'm kind of limited to a 4-day work week. I think that's it for the day. I am going to head off and walk Mercy and make some dinner, so I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. But yeah.